companies like Amazon is shutting down all the mom and pop stores across the country, especially last year. The biggest consolidation of small business ever in history happened last year. While they're doing this, they're also taking our valuable information and using it to sell us. But not only are they doing that, they're also, if you have a Fitbit, they're taking your information, your health information, and they're selling that shit to potential insurance or potential people who are building a profile, an online profile of you at an insurance company will see that on your Fitbit that you're a fat ass and didn't decide to go through with your Fitbit exercises, and that can inform them that you're not healthy enough to get insurance. And this is something that happens. And this is something that's real.
Yeah,
Don't you
but
think? Please.
we've never had more control.
Right.
I mean, it's not like, I mean, this thing has always happened. I mean, we just don't, we just never used to like being so much told that we are in control of our own being. I think that's the difference, right?
Yeah.
I mean, we've always been told what to do, and we've always succumbed to like that's in many cases what some like how the religion is portrayed, like in many places and systems, right? It's a way to control people,
Right.
and to control people's thoughts. That's like the biggest thing that you can get, right?
Absolutely. I mean,
That's an advertiser's dream. Like if you have to, right?
yes, exactly. That's why I wanted to talk to you about this because
and
of you have
and we've
experience.
done that. I mean, like with election systems and all that kind of thing, it's all about and money. I mean, money is probably the biggest one. Like it's a thing that we all believe in. If we don't, it just does not exist. That's a mind-boggling thing. I don't think I understand that at all. I mean, what the fuck is that about, right? But it's so weird, right? But we all believe in it, and we all think that that's a good thing to do. Um, and so, I mean, that's why Blade Runner is such a good movie still, right? Because Blade Runner in 1984, I mean, those kind of movies, like, because like the question is mostly like when do a robot become a person, right? But mostly it's like to us it seems more like how much can you put a person, how much can you put in front of a person before they become a robot, right? When you look at Amazon, I mean, that's pretty much what's happening, right?
Yeah.
You got to get those pesos bucks, right?
The Bezos bucks, dude, that's going to be a currency one day. We're going to have to use Bezos bucks. Sorry, the US dollar has no longer being accepted here. We only accept Bezos bucks, biddies, and Cash App. Go fuck
Yeah, yeah.
yourself. It's the Bezos bucks, son. Yo, I want to get some of those Bezos bucks. I would get up on it, but don't you think it would be amazing if there was a company that could not only monitor what data is being siphoned off of you, um, a company that can actually protect you and keep you anonymous, and you have the actual control of the data that you want to put out there. But then what if there was also a company that you could monetize and start taking that money from these big corporations? What do you think about a company like that? Do you think that
Well,
would be?
yeah.
Do you think that would be successful?
I don't know. I mean, if you're creative enough, I think that most things are lucrative.
Well, I
I
mean,
mean,
well, let me just tell you the great thing about what I just said. The great thing is that there is a company that does this, and they're called Tiki. And actually, this segment is brought to you by Tiki, and you guys can actually
oh,
go.
smooth.
So check this out. Tiki is a company that actually, so let's just go through this. So My Tiki is a company that I've been working with. They're actually sponsoring this segment right now. But this is what they do. They allow you to see what data companies are collecting on you, how it's used, and how secure it really is. They control who has access to your data and for what purpose. It's your decision, and you can also monetize that information being sold. So I just love what they're doing. It's mytiki.com, and if you guys go check it out, you can, if you guys sign up right now. Oh, come on, commands. Raina, will you do the exclamation point Tiki for me? Stupid commands. You guys sign up. Guess I won't talk shit about these companies. Well, no, I'm talking shit about these. The commands are off again. Oh my god, that is so annoying. That is so annoying. All right, so I'm gonna do something real quick while everyone tunes out as they realize they've been sold to. After me. But I'm serious. I really do believe in this company, even though they are paying me to do this. I really do believe in what they're doing. And right now they're in the beginning stages, so they're trying to get 10,000 people to sign up, and they're doing a beta launch, and they want to take the power back. I absolutely love what they're doing. And hold on, let me get you guys the correct information. So the oh, you stinky thing, you. Give me a second, guys. I'm gonna drop the actual link in the chat here. Are you kidding me? I have to sign in? Why am I having to sign in? Oh my god, it's making me do a token. Oh my god. This is insanity. This is like the worst possible day that this could actually happen. Can you fix that, Raina? Is there any way you can fix that? Where you at, bro? It's fine. Yeah, exactly. It's fine. Almost nailed it. Almost. I know. It was so smooth. It was so cold. And boom, I'm eating the biggest pile of shit. In any case, Tiki, you guys can see them. They're trying to do this, and if you guys sign up and get and help them get their 10,000 thingies, 10,000 email signups, we can get this beta shit off the ground, and they already have some stuff in works. And I am totally behind this company. And let me do something real quick, guys. I'm gonna actually, because I want you guys to get in on this. So give me a second. Let me. Here we go. Wow. All that just to sign into my stupid account. Okay, so I just dropped the thing. If you guys go sign up through that link right now, it helps this show. If you want a free way to help support the show and take the power back, take your data back, go and sign up with that right now. Can I get paid with that? Yes. So it's not. So again, they're in the beta stages right now. They are trying to do stuff.
Mike, I'll be right back.
Please do. Please do.
There's somebody at the door.
Oh, okay. All right. Yeah, I'll see you in a moment. I'll sit here and sell to your to your community. But no, I'm not. I'm not trying to pull a fast one on anybody. I literally do believe in what these guys are doing, and I do believe on because what's happening now is that you have these governments. There was this case in Florida where they were talking about two people, where they compared recidivism rates between a black dude and a white dude, and the black dude got a 10 out of 10, meaning that he was most likely. Yes, they do pay you, and you actually get to have your own. So you get to see what the companies are collecting on you and how it's used and how secure it really is. Because some of these companies, here's the thing, some of these companies have they're not huge companies, and they can't always afford the best analysts and best scientists. So it's just any programmer or anybody is in there, and you don't know who's looking at your information. You know what? And all these are privatized companies who are selling to governments and insurance companies and stuff. It's so like the most of this stuff is just them taking your information and selling it and using it for however they want. So now with Tiki, you can actually take the control back, and it's amazing. Like seriously, it's amazing. Once this stuff is up and running, it's going to be incredible. And right now they're projecting about $10 a month for people who are signing up now. And as things grow, they are going to be able to do about $100 a month is what they're predicting. And so it's just amazing. I want to read through there. Is that we're building a fair, user-centric, decentralized system, giving you, the users, control of their data. It's your data. You deserve the right to see, control, and monetize it. Your data does not belong to corporations, Tiki included. We build tools to protect users from exploitation, greed, and carelessness. We build tools to empower users. So they have their values are transparency, helps build trust, seeing and is believing, and nothing is off limits. No shadow bans or secret algorithms at Tiki. Community is what connects us. Together, there's an unstoppable force. We expect better. We demand better. Diversity is not optional within the walls of Tiki. We're here for our users. We represent our users. Diversity. This is not. Oh, I know what diversity. Okay, so I see what they're saying. They're not saying diversity in that sense, not in like race sense. I think they're talking about diversity in the advertising world sense.
Yep. Yep.
Sustainability comes before profit. We work tirelessly to bring lasting positive change to our users' lives, and reliability is foundational to trust. We want our users to count on us and aim never to break that trust. Yeah. And so Mike Audie, who is the founder and CEO, is actually going to be on the show on April 30th to come on and actually talk about this, because I am very passionate about this subject. You guys hear me rattling on all the time. It's called Tiki, so it's mytiki.com. And look, we'll come back because that was. So right here, you can see the down here below me. In the gold there is the link if you guys want to go, and if you use this link in particular, it helps me, it helps the show, and yeah, thank you right there. So I'm gonna leave that up for you guys so you can kind of get an idea. But no, it's really interesting though on how much these private companies who run under the guise of these are secret algorithms. These are like company secrets that we can't share. And while they run amok, we don't know who's seeing our information. We don't know who they're selling it to, and it just seems like it's gotten very out of control very quickly. And like companies like Tiki, I think, are companies that I think will probably be more in demand as time marches on, and especially when they're paying people back for their information that is just being mined anyways for free. But it is weird on how they're using it. So what I was talking about, kind of. Oh, thank you so much, Rebecca. I appreciate that. I mean, I think it's an amazing company, and I mean, obviously, I have a lot to say about censorship. I have a lot to say about these online companies, these Facebooks and these Amazons, and them using our information against us. And it bothers me. And one of the interesting things is that we're finding is there's actual word. It's called algorithm bias. And so there's these algorithm biases that actually are left over from, because data is nothing but research that is collected from what happened over the past. And then so what they're doing, they're taking information that's happened in the past and they're applying it towards a goal, whatever that defined goal is. So if a company is trying to sell widgets, whatever that is, they look at their history of who bought them, what area, just all these different metrics they use to target a specific goal or target a specific audience, target specific customers. So what's ended up happening is that we're actually taking data from these already biased sources, which means in America, at least, we have, let's just say, when it comes to algorithmic justice, I think that's what they're calling it. They're calling it, when they're predicting recidivism rates of criminals. What they're using is data that's collected from American cities, where it's pretty much proven that black people get fucked with more than white people over the same crimes, right? There is some racist tendencies that are ingrained within our system here, and I know there's more to it than just that. It's not just racism. It's not just this or that. There's so many crazy aspects to this. But what we're doing is we're taking this data that's already has a bias lean towards people of color, and we're applying those algorithms, that information, that data, we're applying it to these algorithms, and these algorithms are taking that bias, that ingrained racist practice, and they're putting it into these algorithms. I don't know if it's unwittingly. I'm sure it's unwittingly. Yeah, understatement of a millennia. Yeah. Look, I'm trying to. I'm not trying to get into that conversation, but I am trying to talk about how big data is sort of running amok. So they did this study where in Florida where they had two people. I don't know if it was a study or if it was an actual case, but it had a white guy and a black guy. The black guy got a 10 out of 10. The white guy got a 3 out of 3, a 3 out of 10. A 10 out of 10 meaning that he is definitely going to fuck up again and end up back in jail. So you might as well you sentence accordingly, right? So harsher sentence for this guy since he has a 10 out of 10 that this computer spit out. Here's the weird thing: the white guy, they both had records, and they both had. I think they were the similar cases. But the white guy had a felony on his case. The black guy didn't, but yet the white guy got a lower score. So it's just sort of indicating how these algorithms, which are being sold as these non-biased, it takes the burden off of people to have to make a decision, which is insane, by the way. It's insane, in my opinion, that we're leaving this up to computers, especially when the information. So it just all this information that they're collecting and they're applying, it can be dangerous. And again, like the
It
example,
is dangerous,
it can
and you have to
really,
acknowledge that if you are talking about algorithm or target audiences, I mean, you're not talking about people.
yeah,
You're talking about patterns. You're talking about behaviors. You're talking about you're talking about what people might do. You're
right,
not talking about why people do it. And I think that's the difference, and that is where algorithms are still not. They can get dangerously close to people's behavior patterns, but they can't answer you why.
right, yeah, and we're
And
just
that's the only thing we got left.
is the why.
No, but that's an important thing, and that's the thing I think that is it's really that's really difficult to find out, right?
Yeah,
Or how to. And yeah, we got information, and that is what sells. And if you can take control of that, I think that's a good idea. That's for sure.
yeah, I do too, and that's why I know that went really badly. It should have went nicely, but I know that was kind of a
Hey,
rough
Miss
little.
Aussie Pants.
Ms.
Hey.
Artie Pants, welcome, welcome. Good to see you. Thank you for being here. But like that is why I even wanted to bring this up, and especially with you as someone with this background of how you sell and how you make. You have to create this story on how to sell people who can't afford a loan alone. Like how you get people and there I think there's something bigger here. I mean, if you can influence people who can't afford a loan to get a loan, then what else can you influence people to do? And what came out about this last election is definitely, and it all started with Obama. Obama. But in reality it did. It started with Obama, with how he campaigned, how he ran a very successful targeted marketed campaign online that really helped him connect with the youth. And sort of that became the norm. Like everybody's like, oh, if Obama could do it, I could do it. And Trump did it, and Joe Biden, everybody's doing it. But what's weird is now we have these algorithms that are controlling narratives and controlling ideas and controlling, like, and what you get to see on your timeline and what news you get to receive. And it's all based on these algorithms that are supposed to be unbiased and like the make things better for everybody. But yeah, the PR. So I don't know, man. Like, what do you think? I mean, how else do
Well,
you see
I
us
guess the
taking
message
this?
is, and the easiest thing to combat that kind of thing is don't fucking condense yourself and your identity into a flavor of gum or a political party
Right.
or a brand of car or whatever it is, because that's when they got you, right?
Right.
They got you when they get your sense of self-worth, right? If you don't have that kind of expensive car, then you don't matter as much.
Right.
If you do believe that, if you subscribe to that kind of thing, you're wrong. I
Exactly.
mean, because they don't have that power. Only if you choose to make consumerist items and stuff like that. If you make that what makes you, then we got a problem, right?
Yeah.
And I think that's what politicians and religions and advertisers are trying mostly to do, right? To tell you that these are the things you stand for, therefore you must give in to us and subscribe to us, right?
Right.
And then you'll be happy. I mean, that's what advertising is. That's what campaigning is. It's telling people that if you give me this power over your money or over your workplace, you're unionizing, then you'll be happy.
Yeah. Yeah.
And people shouldn't do that. People should probably think about more what makes them happy. That doesn't take that that doesn't empty their wallet or their sense of self, right? Um, because people use like algorithms and stuff like that and fear and all kinds of shit, right? I
Right.
mean, like if you're a teenager and you got sits, well, Clarisil anti like sit cream will tell you that if you use our cream, then you won't have sits and you'll get all the girls.
Yeah,
It's
all
that
the girls will
simple.
have sex with you if you use this. If you get rid of your zits with this brand.
So that's the control, right?
Yeah. Yeah, and
And
they're taking our right of choice, and
yeah,
that's weird, especially in quote unquote free countries.
it's really hard to it's also really hard to know what you really want yourself, right? I
Yeah.
mean, do you want a marriage? Do you want a polyamorous relationship? Do you want a dog? Do you want like all that kind of stuff, right? That's a lot of things you can do, but I think the most important thing is try to figure out why you want to do that and why that makes you happy.
Yeah.
And I mean, that's why I do music. I mean, I don't know why it does make me happy, but I'm trying to figure it out. And that's the thing that made me most happy so far.
Right.
So that's the thing I want to spend most of my time with doing so far, right? And that gives me power, right?
Yeah, for sure. For
So
sure.
then people can come and tell me, hey, people don't make money on music. I don't care. It makes me happy, right?
Yeah.
No, but I think that's the only freedom that we really have and ever had. Like there are always stories or governments or there are always senses of things that want to control us, right?
Yeah. Well, what's really weird about this as well is that these data scientists are acting as arbiters of truth rather than translators of these ethical decisions that should be sort of decided by the society at large, and not as these these people who are just deciding this is what people are going to see, this is what people are going to believe, and if they're not on board, well, we'll ostracize them, that will deplatform them, we'll cancel them. I fucking hate that shit, man. And that's why everybody should go check out mytiki.com/good English and go sign up and take the fucking power back, because this is bullshit. Tiki allows you to view who's taking your information, to block, to stay anonymous, and to monetize your data that's being just stolen from you right now. So yeah, go check out the mytiki.com slash
It's
good
actually a
English.
funny thing, right? I mean, if you're good at something, please make them pay for it. If you're good at dealing out information, please get paid for it. I mean, that's a good sentiment, right?
Yeah, yeah. They're opportunists. The biggest issue is the collective psychology of humans, but they're creating or certainly making the problem worse. Yes, I think the collective psychology is the idea of democracy, right? And that they're taking the democracy out of this, and they're giving us whatever they think that we need. And I think algorithms convinced everyone they can be a slave. Yeah, you're probably right. You're probably right. And you know, why do we make music when we know that selling it is not that profitable? But because it does make us feel good, and it sucks that we kind of have these gatekeepers that control these algorithms that keeps us from sharing our music from people, or if they do stream it, we get very little of what we put into it, you know, like, or monetarily speaking. Psychology is my jam. Yeah, it makes no sense.